I hope you can hear me all right, because of course the wind just needs to be full blast today. Do you ever feel the urge that it wasn't right for you and you wanted to drop out? So I'm only in my freshman year of college, and honestly, yes, I have felt like, is this worth it? I feel like I'm someone who's very in tune with my emotions, and if I were to get like a gut feeling that college wasn't right for me, I would let my parents know and drop out, and I'm sure they would support me in that, but I know that that's not what my intuition is actually telling me. I'm either just really stressed or, I don't know, like hormonal. What were your other choices other than SCAD? SCAD was the only school I applied to. I wasn't really huge on going to a state school. I looked into FITM in New York and definitely some like fashion colleges like that, but just the fact of like moving to a expensive city like New York would be extremely stressful and really, really expensive. So I think I am actually getting like some of my Florida scholarship for Georgia because they are so close. Plus I get to be close to my family and the flight is only like an hour barely. I don't know, it just was the perfect fit for me, and if I didn't get into SCAD, I honestly would probably just, I don't know. If I didn't get into SCAD, what would I be doing? Probably not college, but I was pretty certain I was gonna get in because the application process was pretty easy and I had good grades in high school. Plus I had a portfolio, which is like all of my videos on YouTube. What are you studying and how did you choose your major? I am studying branded entertainment, and if you're wondering what that is exactly, branded entertainment is honestly like this really broad scope of branded entertainment. You can go anywhere from using, for example, a spot in movies to brand a product in a entertaining way, or it could just be like a brand campaign. For example, like Red Bull does a lot of branded entertainment where they take like extreme sports and make whole entire events out of that. That is an example of branded entertainment, which I feel like it is very broad, and because I don't have like a specific dream job, it kind of works with the knowledge that I already do have on how to captivate an audience while promoting a product. This whole YouTube channel is promoting me in a way, which is kind of like my product, which is a really weird way of looking at it. That's how it is helping me with my YouTube channel. And I guess the other aspect of the question was, how did I choose it? So I can remember in high school, my mom forced me and like always got on me, not force me, but she always reminded me like, Luca, look through the SCAD major book and go through all of the classes and see which classes you are most interested in. And this really helped because looking at a major is very broad, but once you go in that major and look at the specific courses you have to take, it can give you an idea of if it's something you'll be interested in. For example, brand entertainment has a lot of film classes, and believe it or not, I was considering to be a film major. Because it is that broad major, I get a little bit of film knowledge, a little bit of advertising knowledge. Would you have preferred a dorm experience? I went back and forth with this, and honestly I could go on and on about the positives and negatives of both. I don't think the dorm, although I would have the opportunity to meet a lot of people, and I really do get FOMO of seeing other people who hang out in the dorms together who are just always near each other so they can build like solid relationships. But I also really like living off campus because I get to make my own food. I get to have this beautiful, insanely beautiful, I'm so blessed, background to film in for you guys. I also have more space to put my camera equipment and all of that. But all in all, I really am grateful for my current situation. I just have to go that extra mile to meet people in my classes and try to connect that way. Guys, look at these trees. They're so pretty. I love it. I have an audience today. This is a very busy street, but I loved these trees. How do you deal with homesickness? And to be quite honest with you, I don't think that there is such a thing. I think you get used to being on your own, but it's always something that I have to cope with. And of course, like calling your parents and talking is helpful, but it's just not the same. I think you just have to recognize that moving away is a part of growing up. It can be really hard sometimes, but it's going to be worth it because you're gonna flourish into a adult and like become your own person, which is really cool. And it's all a part of growing up. I don't know, it's hard though. It's really hard. Do you stop doing schoolwork at a certain time every night? Yes, that is a great question because I feel like it can get easy to procrastinate work into the night. I gotta work out every day. I gotta take time to take care of myself, and that means not procrastinating my work. There's definitely ways that you can not end up working until 2 in the morning. This is kind of boring. I sound like a grandma, but like I try to be in bed at 10 o'clock recently because I've been waking up early, and then I will do my meditation and I usually fall asleep around 11. So giving myself that time to unwind so I'll get good sleep and be fueled for the next day. I get questions all the time in my DMs about how do I choose the right college for me. At the end of the day, I hate to say it and you're probably not gonna like this answer, but the answer will lie within you. It's really easy to kind of get lost in the haze of other people's opinions. Just get really quiet with yourself, and if you feel overwhelmed, take some time at the end of the day, pray on it, do a meditation on it. Just take time for you to connect with something higher. The answer will come to you, and if it's not in that moment, the answer will come to you when you're washing the dishes or taking your dog out for a walk. Know that the answer is coming. I don't really talk about like praying a lot, but I definitely do pray because I know that I can't control everything in life. Some things I have to give up to God, you know? I did not at all mean for that to take a deep route, but it did. Alrighty guys, I'm eating lunch, you know, college student, I'm on the go. This is just how it is now. We're answering another question. Yeah, I'm hyped up on my coffee. It's not used to caffeine. Anyway, I needed it today. Alle prossima domanda. I'm trying over here with my Italian skills. This is a very good question. I'm not sure it's very applicable to my college because we are a dry campus. I don't know if that's with every college, but there's just not much of a party scene in SCAD. I'm not much of a partier unless it's with like a good group of friends dancing to music. I love dancing. Anyway, why am I talking about myself? Do I think it's necessary? No, not at all. I think that's the cool thing about college is that you don't need to try to fit in. You can be your own person. I felt very much so constricted in high school. Like there was definitely like a popular kids group, whether it was blatant or not. I definitely felt that whole like, oh, if you didn't drink, you weren't cool vibe going on. But in college, honestly, just do you. High school was toxic enough, so be yourself and don't feel any pressure to like join a sorority if you don't want to. If that's not your thing, that is definitely not my thing, just because, well, you guys can probably guess, I don't feel like that's just my thing. I can be pretty introverted, so that would probably drain me. There's tons of places you can meet people like through clubs and just like sports, plus like how deep of relationships are you really gonna make at a bar or at a party? It's not the time for really deep conversations. That's why I don't really like those atmospheres, because it's like the music's loud. I actually want to get to know someone if I'm gonna talk to them. So yeah, deep conversations. If anyone wants to have a deep conversation with me, like I am so open. Hit me up, DM me about the universe and such. This is good. I'm such a good chef. Oh my god.
Alla prossima domanda.
Alla prossima domanda. Yes. Sì. Anyway, I'm going to answer a few since I'm running out of locations, but someone says how to find the best roommate. Facebook group chats are so great. I did a whole video on how I found my roommates. Go check that out. Someone said your thoughts on going to a community college rather than straight to a university or vice versa. If you've been watching my videos, you would know that I did do dual enrollment my senior year of high school, and I think that was the smartest decision to, number one, save time, Number 2, save a heck of a lot of money. And 3, to just make the best of my resources, because my high school offered dual enrollment, and I think there is no shame whatsoever to go to a community college. Like, who cares? It's education, and college is expensive. I don't regret doing community college whatsoever senior year. I never felt like I was missing out on high school because I was honestly pretty much over high school. I just wasn't a big fan of it, you know, in general. I just thought it was a really toxic environment. Congratulations, guys, you made it to the end of the video. If there's just 1 inch of your mind and soul that enjoyed watching this video, could you do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up? Follow me on Instagram if you want to be a part of my next Q&A. It will be linked down below. Subscribe if you're new. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I got so much back, I think I'm never running out, yeah. Bust me down a whip, bitch, I don't do this for no clout, hey. I got so much back, I think